So, welcome back to Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. Last time, we unlocked the last special screening as we completed 50%, well almost 50% of the final floor of the final dungeon. And well, you know what the name of the game is this time, but first, by selling the Akashic record, we can now see what we need to get everybody's ultimate weapons. So they all require a different drop from a different FOE. However, all the ultimate weapons require the Black Tangle, and all the ultimate armors require the White Tangle. These come from Humberbar and Namtar, the two FOEs of the final labyrinth. So once we beat those, we can get access to these. So all of the male ultimate armors null all ailments, whereas all of the female ultimate armors null all binds. I like how her ultimate armor is just called Beauty Thief. I wish some of these carried over to the original, original games, too. Because I don't think anybody had any, specific ultimate armor back in Persona 5. But okay, now... hopefully this will be the last time we hear that. So, we have left 38, 39, 40, and 41. And we have a gap between 37 and 42. This should be the end. Let's start with... synopsis. Songs, food, love. Souls in this movie yet. Getting extra wildcard is always nice. Oh no, Elizabeth's making puns. The world is doomed! Don't worry, Akihiko, that'll be the next one. Unfortunately, there aren't any... I mean, it makes sense there aren't any special screenings in the last dungeon, but, unfortunately, there aren't any requests specifically to fight the FOEs in the last dungeon. They're mostly just there so you can get the ultimate weapons and armor. It's funny how Elizabeth keeps talking about anxiety because, metaphor. Collect 4 fruits, it will be so relaxing. Well, the moment that Elizabeth tells you something will be relaxing, it's probably going to be the exact opposite. Especially if your name is Theodore. Literal fruits of our labor. Oh, really? Really? Again, the moment Elizabeth says something is easy, you know it's gonna be the exact opposite. Because for Elizabeth, easy is one-shotting Erebus every year. Wait, what? I'm sorry, hyperlactation sounds horrifying. Bated breasts. I wonder if some of those were innuendos in Japanese and they had to find equivalents. So who's the one who is motivated for this? Oh, it's Joker. Okay, yeah, it's just Joker. And this is the most cursed thing of all time. Does Elizabeth even lactate? I mean, she's not human, so would her body have a reason to do that? Again, cursed, cursed, cursed. Let's not go there. This screening is pretty simple. All you need to do is just find some treasure spots that are only here in this particular special screening. But it is set in Acts 5 and 6 of Hikari, and there are 3 chests we need to get. I still think that I've actually missed exactly 1 chest in all these special screenings, and it was in the very first one. But thankfully, there is nothing permanently missable in any of these. Right, I didn't realize you were dwarves. This is the first special screening so far where we do have to deal with the dwarves. Oh yeah, the twins. That's another thing that Araxor found out. So, the twins have a 40% chance of spawning another one when they're alone. But each twin can only do that once. So if you quickly kill the other twin, then the original will never be able to summon more. Okay, interesting. Nulling electricity makes you immune to elect corrosion as well. Aha, here is the first treasure spot. Or that was just a normal treasure spot that I forgot to mark. I actually missed the first one. It was all the way up here. There's the first fruit-like object. This like weird takoyaki. It looks like fruit, but it's not actually fruit. And our first special screening chest is here. Ah, the next fruit is where this event tile used to be. And that's all we can get on floor 6 for now.
Yes.
We also have the only chest that's down here. And we get an event over here. We'll be heading to the west after this for both the next fruit and for a chest. No you don't. If you do that, everybody here will punch you.
What?
Similar Morgana. Well, I mean, maybe Pet Koromaru, he likes it. Strange feeling, huh? Well, yeah, that's basically this entire labyrinth. Well, I mean, it is based on you after all, and ultimately, this labyrinth isn't really based on negative memories that much. Rather, it's more about her overcoming those negative memories. Like, the boss at the end of the labyrinth, Do, was more there to just sort of test our resolve and just test that Hikari was ready to move on. He wasn't really actively malicious. I feel like this place is gonna change as Hikari grows up and changes as a person. But yes, by now, I know their sadistic logic. Of course they would put a chest down here. And in this dead end is fruit number 3. So now we have to head north for another chest. I mean, you would be thinking that because you're not in the active party. You don't have to be constantly running for enemies. In fact, next time I'm going to buy a repulse horn just because I don't want to take the encounters here. They are stronger versions of the enemies in the 4th labyrinth, but they don't give enough experience to be worth fighting, I feel. So yeah, the next one's going to be the last, so make sure that you have every chest before that. Or don't, it doesn't really matter. They just really contain money and other things you won't really miss. And the last chest is... Wait until I zoom out the map to make it more obvious. It's up here. Aha, the last fruit is all the way up here. So yeah, in a way this quest really is just a casual stroll, but it also means it's kind of pointless, ultimately. Doesn't really have any significant character development that we know of just yet. And it's just walking around finding a bunch of treasure spots. I mean, I suppose it's just there to give you a break from the theater district, but there were other special screenings that are more substantial and also give you a break. So I don't know. Really the main thing we learned from this is Elizabeth saying the term hyperlactation. Yeah, mostly this was just for her amusement. We also don't know why any of those things were just called fruit-like object and not actually fruit. Do you want to tell us something about that, Elizabeth? I mean, yeah, it's kind of a nice idea, but ultimately the whole point of this quest is there was no point. It was just there so that you get to walk. But again, were they really fruits? Suppose it doesn't really matter to her. Okay, a couple of levels there. There's probably going to be a few levels outside of the party. Oh, no there weren't, okay. Well, then maybe there were, but we didn't get to see them. And now, this one. World premiere! It's time to lay bare who is the beariest of them all. All the years of bear puns have led to this, the one decisive battle. Now, this one is going to unlock another persona for us, so definitely a nice one to complete for that. I don't remember us requesting anything. Well, yeah, we already did that. You're a little too late there. It is really funny that, like, the developers were like, oh, let's not have them fight that thing once. No, let's put a second quest to fight them. Oh, and this time it has to be 2 of them. Aberration? Oh, wow. All those bear... Yep, that is a lot of bear puns per second there.
Hi.
Oh. Oh. Well, I guess we now know who to blame. And we also know who we're bringing to this fight. Well, I mean, we were definitely bringing you because, like, you're motivated, but still. Weird bear complex. Well, at least it's nowhere near as bad as Morgana's weird cat complex. In fact, there's actually no cat-like FOEs in this game, which is kind of strange, because you'd think that they would put one there just to make jokes with Morgana. But now, I have Curse Amp on Joker and Saturnile, and I also have Alice still. Of course, I no longer have Curse Amp on her. Oh, we might as well grin and bear it! Ha 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 ha! Isn't that the... Yeah. Yep, there we go! Double barrel battle! Yeah. I like how there was a way to like, work in the whole Kuma verbal tick from Japanese into the English dialogue. In a way, I almost think it works better. Wait! We got another second trigger out of that! Yes! Ah, another Drain Ice. I am buying 10 Repulse Horns for the rest of these special screenings. Before we do anything, I had to sacrifice into Voivred just to get Bind Arts Plus. And you sort of need Circle Recovery, because that's your whole gimmick. And for a not-so-low price, I can get Curse Boost and Amp back onto Alice. Well, she never had Curse Boost to begin with, she just had Curse Amp, but still. I like Scarecrow a lot. If anything, I actually want to keep Scarecrow more than I want to keep Salome's Kiss, because I have a Akechi now. And I think I might register this version of Alice. But as this is a special screening, there are going to be 2 chests to track down. One of them is close to the beginning, and the other one will be out of the way. I guess this more intense variant of the theme always plays during the... Not always, but it probably plays, you know, mostly during the fight-focused special screenings. Oh, they're only yellow now. So yeah, one's all the way over here. Okay, they don't actually tell you that you have to fight 2 of them until here. I kind of spoils it, but the title also sort of spoils it. Double Bear-relled battle. That is true. Huh, I wonder what the title of this is in Japanese. Because, like, obviously, even though all the voice acting is in Japanese, like, all of the text is still translated. I need to actually look at Japanese footage of this game to figure out what this is in Japanese. I guess Elizabeth is Ellie-chan now? I feel like Teddy's probably called that before, I just didn't notice. But yeah, there's one there. Oh, right, we established that I was going to be using the repulse horns. Am I screwed? Am I going to get attacked? Oh, there's a hole here, so I'm not going to get attacked by that bear. Okay, yeah, just get past the bears. They're kind of confined to their own little areas. And all the way up in the north, we have the second chest. Yeah, so if we do this, I should be able to get a preemptive. And here we go. Curse boost. Yeah, that was Mind Charge, so here's the unmind charge version. But yeah, that's Curse Boost, Curse Amp, plus, Mitsuru's ability. Okay, now it's been missing a lot. And here is Joker with Curse Amp Shura Tensei. About half that much. Oh hey, there's Return from Yomi. So, obviously Joker learning Return from Yomi is a reference to the events of Persona 5 story. Okay, so this is Power Charge plus Shura Tensei plus Dragon Cry. Would have been even more damage with Gear mode, but unfortunately I don't have Hailstorm on Aegis right now. Maybe on the next one I can try that full setup with Hailstorm. Oh, hi Thor! And now Aegis has high tier nuclear damage because, oh, she already learns Hailstorm naturally, okay. But I can give it to her via Jeanne d'Arc. Yeah, with some of these, the mid-screening cutscenes do feel like they drag things down a lot. With the more story-focused special screenings, they make sense, but with this one, I feel like it would be way more convenient if there was just, you know, one of those quests from a list, like, defeat 2 of the Mr. Bear FOE, and you just go into the labyrinth and just do it. There is merit to that kind of approach, definitely. And I can already catch you from the side. Okay, so the problem is, I don't have Power Charge this time. I only have Shura Tensei, Gear mode, and Dragon Cry. But even then... Oh, they only hit 3 times. If that had hit more, that would have done way more damage. Oh, okay, that must be what it uses when it's on low health. I just kind of killed it / disabled it in my previous attempts before it could do that. And right now, this is actually looking really bad. Because all of my people who can do a lot of damage are now down, and it's no longer agility bound. So, hopefully, we can get the agility bind in on it before it does anything really, really, really bad, and then I can get Joker back. And now... Okay, it's just psyching up. That's fine. You know what? I think I'm actually going to debilitate it instead of reviving Mitsuru, just because I really want to make sure that it misses me. And Mitsuru doesn't really need more experience right now. Okay, good. At least this is going before it can go. Not quite dead, though. And that's definitely not going to be dead. It's just... This damage is so pathetic compared to everyone else. Kill it, please? Oh, it's just barely still alive. Oh, Heroic Gemini! Okay, could this kill it, please? Yes! Okay, it was probably going to use a Psych Up boosted, like, Wild Rush on the party if that hadn't happened. So that was a very, very well-timed, Heroic Gemini. Also, we now have Trumpeter. I believe Angelic Trumpet is an exclusive skill, too. I mean, it would make sense if it was. There are no other angels in this game who have trumpets. I have to check that, though. Indeed, that is an exclusive skill. I won't be able to look at what it does until I get out of this special screening, but looking up the full list of every skill every persona learns, Control Effing Angelic Trumpet only gives one result. So now, finally, Teddy has proved himself to be the beariest of all bears. And now the bear puns must end. Though there'll probably be a lot in the end of story scene here. Will surely go down in Ursine history. Yeah, I first learned that word from Spyro 3. That's what Bentley the Yeti calls moneybags. I don't want Joker to say that title will be mine because that sounds like he wants a persona. Okay, it scares me that my brain instantly went to, if Joker did have a persona, it would probably be a wolf, not a bear. Oh, no, it would be some kind of bird. It would be a raven because of Arsene, yeah. Like, no, wait, that makes more sense. But it does scare me, the fact that my head instantly had a headcanon for Joker's persona. I have been corrupted by the whole Yuko thing from my Persona 3 streams. Anyway, that's over. I didn't even pay attention to the to the dialogue there, but I don't really need to. Oh, hey, Weapon Crusher. Don't think I want that. No, Aegon's good, though. Well, I mean, we just found out Aegon was good because of that last thing. So I have 2 more to go through, but firstly, let's see what that gets us. Scourge's Cape. I had a feeling, because I know there is another cape that lets you make the opposite of this, so we can now get good luck. 72, okay. Shadowrun might also be a unique skill. It is, yeah. Exclusive to good luck. Angelic Trumpeter, 3 heavy physical to random target, stronger and boost. That seems kind of... Okay, I have a data mine. I can actually figure out how strong this skill is. Okay, its base accuracy is kind of low at 70. Each hit has 105 power. Meanwhile, Hailstorm can go up to 8 and each hit has 60 power. Hustle Toby, meanwhile, is a guaranteed 8 hits of 80 power. Life is full of choices, and this movie reflects that by being a choose-your-own-adventure story. But of course, aren't you already living one of those? Elizabeth, please don't break the 4th wall and become aware of dialogue choices. Then the world will never be... I mean, she probably is, let's be honest. She probably already is aware of those. So, this special screening is very, very interesting because there are 4 potential items you can get out of this, and you will only get one of them. And there are some obviously wrong choices. There is also one treasure chest that you'll be able to get regardless. Yeah, why do a lot of these screenings have notes attached to them? Yeah, I wonder who wrote this. Maybe the twins got momentarily possessed by the will of Lavenza within and she wrote it. Akihiko would love to be in Trails in the Sky the Third, let's just say. It's like that guy in Undertale who's like, I can't go to hell, I'm out of vacation days. Akihiko, meanwhile, is the kind of person who uses vacation days to go to hell, just to get stronger fighting demons. Akihiko as the Doomslayer, but like just purely fist-based, would go surprisingly hard. Once again, it is just Joker for this. You know what, I gotta put a catchy here. You'll see why once we get in. I guess Cotone is thematically appropriate too. I don't actually care about who I use just because I'm gonna be using Repulse Horns to get rid of encounters. And now I'm not used to the slow version of this song. Oh no. Oh, that sounds like Margaret. At first I thought male GLaDOS from the first Q was back, but they wouldn't be the same without voice acting. 2 signs, each has a question printed on them. Please answer the questions, then proceed in accordance with your answers. The setup for this is actually, like, kind of philosophical, but if you know what the answers lead to, it's more about choosing which one you want from a gameplay standpoint, and that's what this video is here for. Well, there's our first sign. I think it actually says question, too. Yep, it's one of these. I generally don't like trolley problems, but there is a website called Weird Trolley Problems. But the only one of those that I like was I found memes that explain the plot of each of the 3 Xenoblade Chronicles games as trolley problems, and they're all pretty accurate. So yes, if the car doesn't stop, there will be 5 workers dead. The lever will change the cart's course. If you change the course, you will save the 5 workers, but 1 worker will die. So okay, if yes, turn right, if no, turn left. Okay, so there are 2 of these. I think now is the time to explain how this works. So, the 4 rewards that you get. Left gets you the Roman Mirror, which gives plus 25% SP. Left-right gives you the Maverick Mirror, which nulls or binds. The description says ailments, but it's wrong, it's actually binds. Right gets you the Logos Mirror, speaking of Xenoblade, that increases max HP by 25%. And right-left gives you the Sense Mirror, which raises crit rate by 15%. Now, there are 2 clear wrong answers here. Left and right. Because there are appraisal accessories that will give max HP or SP plus 25%, and give other effects at the same time, making them objectively better. The Maverick Mirror is useful for male party members who have their ultimate armor, because this lets them null both ailments and binds. However, female party members already null binds with their ultimate armor anyway. Of course, remember that you can't get the ultimate armors until you beat the 2nd FOE in the final dungeon, so not all playthroughs will be able to do that. And right-left gets you crit rate plus 15%. This is the one effect in this screening that is not replicated by any other item. At least not in the realm of accessories or armor. Some weapons might. But they will have weaker power than the ultimate weapons for every character. So it's usually between left-right or right-left. And in this run, I think I'm gonna go right-left for the crit rate. Just because it is the most unique effect here. Yeah, Akechi probably knows all about these. We all know which one Akechi would choose. In fact, there's an argument for Akechi choosing either of them, actually. Akechi is like, I choose the 5 people, because it turns out they were all on Yoshido's hit list anyway. No. Akechi's answer is that he chooses, like, the 1 person, and then he goes back and assassinates those 5 people anyway. Well, it is a little weird, because in this case it feels like it's either 1 person or 5 people. Usually the trolley problem is 5 people you don't know versus 1 person you know. And that dilemma is making me think of a certain game that's ending I don't like. But anyway. So yeah, I will be going right here. However, I see, Joker. So you killed 1 person. Interesting. You are my kind of man.
そうだな。
And yes, that is true. However, I actually don't care about this. All I care about is the accessory. So I had to choose right for the first one. And no matter which path you choose, you will be able to access the chest that's down here, and it's the only chest in the screening. So here's your one guaranteed reward. Blank card. So all the way up here is the next one. Oh, that's funny. Right, left is actually the order the signs are pointing in by default. So I guess following the signs is what gets you the unique accessory. Oh no, not again. Yeah, 5 workers. Their lives will be in danger. None of them have any legs. We remove their legs as part of this thought experiment. Stop trying to take loopholes out of this. Oh, okay. Oh, right, this one's a little different. This is more like, rather than the cart doing it, it's you are specifically murdering somebody to save those other 5. So if you push the man, turn right. If not, turn left. Turning left is going to be what I go with, but only for the accessory. Of course, Shinjiro hates this. Yeah. My general stance on all of these is trolley problems are stupid, but I am going to be going left here just to get the ultimate reward. Yes, that is the hidden third option. Use kanji. And let him go Kanji Kong Bonanza on the cart. Yeah, I actually haven't heard that version of the trolley problem. Oh, yeah, I'm sure that this entire thing was just about Akechi. And I feel like Akechi is not going to learn his lesson from it at all. Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, it's worth noting that if you take the right path, there's a very good chance you'll have to fight that Tin Man FOE. It shouldn't be too difficult for you at this point, especially since it's weak to panic. Confusion. They're the same thing. It was called panic in the last game, but still. Yes, maybe it's like, you chose to murder someone, therefore you must die. I can actually see that being like the result of one of these trolley problem things. It was actually an attempt to weed out people who chose to kill people. And then granted, that's kind of how the final palace works in Persona 5 Royal. If you pick the wrong choices in the moral branching paths, then you get brainwashed. Oh, there were wrong answers though. Again, don't go right or left. Well, yes, of course it left a bad taste. The moral of this story is that trolley problems always suck unless they get you accessories or they are Xenoblade memes. This is definitely Margaret's voice too. I don't know if they're reusing it or if it is actually meant to be Margaret herself. Please tell me that I got the right combination. Sense Mirror! That is... yes, that's what I wanted. It would make sense if you were able to retake this, but unfortunately, this is a special screening, so you'll never be able to do it again. I know they weren't, Akechi. They were only thought-provoking to you. I quite enjoyed finding out that Joker is willing to murder people. Now we can go on murder dates. See, this one in particular, I do actually like this special screening. Especially the fact that it has branching paths to it. Yeah, it probably was meant to be Margaret. Well, thankfully she wasn't intrigued by Yu Narakami because, yes, you may have seen in the last one, I rank the Yu and Margaret ship pretty low. Of all the Velvet attendants, she's one of the least interesting to me, and also her kiss at the end of the game is, like, non-consensual, and happens, like, regardless of what you do as long as you maxed her social link. But anyway, some of us leveled up out of that. Kinda hate the fact that Joker was one of them, but still. Oh, wildcard's good. So yeah, if we go into our equipment now... Sense Mirror. Mirror that reflects intuition. Critical rate plus 15%. And now, it is finally time. Bring back music from the movie. The last time I'll get to do this. Emergency orders. Bring back the treasure post-haste. This climactic, high-speed, Phantom Thief action film will have you on the edge of your seats. Last time Elizabeth will be saying that too. Well, it is actually kind of a bittersweet feeling, this being the last one. Even though overall I haven't really been a big fan of the special screening system. I'll talk about it more once we just, you know, start going through this one. But yeah, I have issues with it. Well, then, we just have to use those special glasses from Magic School Bus to let you see sound! But then how do we actually bring back the sound? Oh, okay.
Congratulations!
I don't think she's ever said that before. Yeah, a lot of the Hikari special screenings are just general cryptic puzzles. And yeah, this is that gift for Arn that they were planning. Funny that the last special screening is about Arn. I guess Joker Arn shippers will rejoice at that. I can't really think about music boxes the same way after, Great Ace Attorney, but I won't say any more on that. Oh no, nothing! Nothing to see here! We're totally not planning a surprise gift for you or anything. Oh, one very important detail I neglected to mention. The music kills anyone who hears it. Oh. Oh, you know what? I am surprised they've never done this before. This seems like a natural fit to this kind of special screening, but no, it's just for this one. And using Goho M or Goba K will also dispel the music. Good to know. Again, I'm really surprised they've never done that. That's really weird. Oh, hey, I already have all three of them. So let's go. There are 4 chests in this one. Of course, I have to work hard for the last one. We need to get the spot Elizabeth marked on the map and capture the music there. So, the twist here is, there are 3 elevators to go down to where the music is, but only one of them will let you get back out within 46 steps. I want to go and grab all the chests, though, before I attempt this.
Okay.
Okay, there's no longer a dwarves here. And here is our first chest. And the other chest is here. Oh, okay, the Act 6 chests are just both in here. And that is every chest in every special screening, minus the one I missed in the very first one. Except one. This chest right here has the music. So here's my plan. This lift here has a shortcut that will lead back to the stairs. If it were to try and head back through the northern 2 lifts, it would take way too long to get back to the start of the screening, so I think this is the one we have to use. And in order to be able to access the music from here in the first place, I think you actually have to take this elevator down, because if you're in any of the other 2 elevators, you'll need to press that switch in order to lower that pillar that will get us to here, but that would also shut off the central area. Actually, I suppose you could still use that one to get in, but I'm pretty sure you'll have to use this room to get out, so we press that switch. Oh wow, this is gonna run out on exactly the right tile. So, music box. It's a magical musical land, don't question it. Yeah, true, the music is kind of a living being. And now I'm going to use a repulse horn, because these have a timer of 50 steps. Oh, sorry, I have exactly 46 items in my inventory now, which is 4 more than what we need. So once we get this down to 4, that's when we failed. So, let's make our way back to the elevator. Not running is useful here, because it just makes sure you don't take any superfluous steps. So now we're here. We're at 31, which means -4, we have 27 steps left, I think. So up here. Through the shortcut. And we have 11, that should be enough. And again, I am pretty sure that specific elevator is the only one that will give you enough time. The other 2 are just way too far to the north. You will never be able to get back out in time. That's actually kind of a cool gimmick, though. Like I said, I wish more special screenings did that. But now, there will not be any more special screenings. That was the end. I'm not sure what that is. If it's a reference to a song, it's probably an Etrian Odyssey or a Persona 1 or 2 song, because I don't recognize that as anything from 3, 4, or 5. It would make sense to me if that was an Etrian Odyssey song. Okay, so yeah, the music box is gonna have music in it always. I feel like the fact that it was a song that Arn liked is probably something from the cognition of this world. This is kind of sucks that they're not going to remember Arn after all of this, because I feel like Arn would be good friends with those two. Particularly Femsi, but Fuka as well. I mean, not everyone has to stay positive all the time. This is a really good one in general. It's great for Arn, it's great for these two, and it's great mechanically. We're ending on a good one. Friends forever, or at least until we lose our memories inevitably. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do the mind wipe thing for, like, Tactica or for Strikers. But that gets us the Champ's Cape. And now, let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 40, 41. That's all 45. I didn't miss any of them. We've done it. We've done every special screening. And that is going to, I believe, unlock the super boss fight for after we beat Enlil. Is there any special dialogue from Elizabeth? Oh, I think there is. So, Ren, Amamiya, and team, fiends that have robbed us of our modest happiness. You were corrupted by avarice and betrayed our trust. We were kind to you, yet you repaid our efforts in sin. You shall face your due justice in the Velvet Room. For more details, come to the box office. For the Avengers in Blue, Defenders of Movies, and Hot Dogs. Oh, maybe we can actually do it now. I think I'll actually do that after saving, because I don't want to accidentally launch myself into that, because that's definitely way beyond us at this point. The super boss fights are not only level 99, but they have stats above 99. However, yeah, let's go to the Velvet Room and show off what that cape gets us. The Champ's Cape, which lets us make Kresnik. Kresnik is a fusion that is highly recommended to unlock. It is also level 72 though. He learns Ice Strike Link and Infinite Link. And Enlil is usually not resistant. Like, she's one of those bosses who rotates her resistances. She's usually not resistant to ice. So this is commonly used for Link setups against Enlil. The problem is I am a little under 10 levels of wild level before I can actually get that. You're generally supposed to be about that level by Enlil. But yeah, Kresnik is very useful in that fight. So, ultimately, special screenings. Yeah, like I said, I do have my issues with them. The fact they're all their own dungeons, that's a cool idea, but not to have done 45 times. That's an awful lot, especially since some of them feel redundant or not that interesting. Also is the fact that they replaced the stroll system from Q1. So all of the non-story party member interactions is just in the special screenings. I get they kind of wanted to streamline side quests plus like strolls into one thing, and also give you some dungeon exploration within those side quests. The problem is that the dungeons are not the strength of this game. It would have actually been better if the side quests would just go to this location in the dungeon you've already explored and kill this enemy. And also the fact that they have missable chests and there's no tracker for those missable chests unless you keep the, like, chest detecting passive navigator skills on, that's also really rough. Now, I have noticed that the system they use in this game for side quests is actually quite similar to Metaphor ReFantazio. That game has side quests take place in their own dungeons too, but they're always unique dungeons and not just revisits of other areas. And I also feel like those are integrated better into the time management aspect of the game. They also give you a chance to do some gauntlet runner activities. Overall, I think that was a better way of handling this kind of side quests dungeon system. Because I did realize this was something that, and I don't want to like drag the mood down here, but when it comes to like YouTube numbers and metrics, I have noticed a considerable drop-off in views for every special screening part in this playthrough. And I don't think that's a coincidence. So that kind of goes to show that even most people watching along with this series aren't interested in the special screening parts. So in general, I don't think they are the best aspect of this game and they could have been handled better. Some of them are nice, but the development within them could have been contained to strolls and not side quests. But on that somewhat depressing note, I will leave you because they're done. Next time, it is entirely going to be dungeon action until the very end. And also, I think I'm going to start fighting the last FOEs. So, see you all then.